Good morning. It is 7:22 a.m. on Friday, May 18th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Recorded talking about Survivor last night for the penultimate episode of this current season of Survivor. But unfortunately, due to the finale happening just before Memorial Day weekend, it looks like it's going to be really difficult for Mike and I to schedule recording our finale episode. We've got an extremely narrow window on Saturday where we might be able to each sneak away from the other stuff that we're actually supposed to be doing. I myself am going to be at Balticon. But if we don't do that, then it's like a whole nother week after that. Anyway, the perils of, I don't know, I was going to say having adult responsibilities, except that in both of our cases, the things that are preventing us from being available to record are actually fun vacation-y type things as opposed to, responsibilities. But, that's how these things go. That's how they go. It is actually the things, these things you may have heard about. Well, there are ways that they go, that ways that they could go that you might imagine, but in this particular circumstance, they do go in a particular way. It's not necessarily the way that you would choose if you had that authority, but given that nobody really has the authority over the things and the way they go, this is the way those things go. We just have to all be at peace with that. I don't know what any of that means. Well, I mean, of course, I should take it back. I don't know what it means. I know that it means nothing. I am playing abstract word games for fun. I'm kind of excited because today is the release day of the newest Dungeons and Dragons book called Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and it has a bunch of new monsters and stuff in it. And so it's released today. I have it digitally on D&D Beyond, and I'm excited to look through it and see some of the new monsters and stuff. But of course, once I finish doing this video, I have to go to work, and it's not really optimal to be, reading about Dungeons and Dragons monsters at work. It's not really, what they pay me to do, so just have to wait, I guess. But it's exciting just because I don't know, it's fun just to read and think about. I've also been still thinking about I'm going to try to run a Fate Core Bulldogs game at Balticon, but I'm still pretty unfamiliar with the system, even though I've read the book, but it's fairly different from Dungeons and Dragons, and yet, like how I learned D&D, you really kind of have to just do it. You have to just go ahead and play, and that's how you learn how to do it. Is that it's easier to figure out by doing it than it is to keep reading about it. But I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to Balticon generally. I'm going to see a bunch of people that I like that I don't always get to see in person. And I'm excited about that. That's coming up, next week. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I ran out of my caffeine juice. I had a little bit and I ran out. Now I'm sad. I'll be okay though. Last night I made seared tilapia, sweet and smoky seared tilapia from Blue Apron, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm definitely I made a decision a few months back that I was going to try to start improving my selections there, because although I would definitely say that making food from the ingredients like with Blue Apron is probably better generally than eating a bunch of like frozen meals. And I don't mean better in terms of quality, I mean like healthier generally. But at the same time, you have to always remember that that's a relative thing. Just because it's one thing to say you want to be away from like processed foods, but like, you know, if you eat a whole steak and a bunch of mashed potatoes, that's not necessarily healthier than, a lean cuisine frozen dinner that's got a smaller, you know, like serving size, right? Like it could still be more calories and so on. And because a lot of that food is, it's good, but not necessarily healthy. So I've been trying to choose healthier options, like the seafood options or even the vegetarian options on the regular, and I've been happy with that decision. So I'm a little all over the place this morning, but that's where I'm at, and I got to go to work because that's how this thing goes. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.